Hey, it's us, the two guys in tie-dye again.
In another episode of Learn With Us, where we take YouTube or just video content that is worth your time,
and we learn from it
with you. Today, we got a fan favorite. We've had a lot of people ask for this video right here.
We've had so many people ask for this. It better be good.
It is Sadhguru on death.
So, alright, hey, okay.
Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of times where at this point in the episode, we're like, what do you think he's gonna say?
Yeah.
And we're always so far off.
So
let's
wrong.
Not do that. We're just gonna start the video. Hey, we're not gonna say anything. We don't know.
So
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
I don't know what he's gonna say.
So the name is What Happens After Death.
Okay. Let's see
what
what happens after death.
The question is there rebirth? If it's there, what is the basis for one being to go from one birth to another? What is it that carries a person from one to another? Now, if you need to understand this, you must have some understanding of the mechanics of who you are. I'm talking about the mechanics of how a human being is built. See, when you say I'm a human being, the outermost periphery is the physical body. In yoga, we look at everything as body because it is easier for you to understand that way. So we see the body as 5 dimensions or 5 sheets. Physical body is known as Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha means, Anna means the food. This is food body. Next one is called Manomaya Kosha. That means it's the mental body. The third one is called Pranamaya Kosha, which means the energy body. Physical body, mental body, energy body. All these 3 dimensions are physical.
Okay, so we got
Yes.
three physical layers of the body.
Okay.
How is he saying physical for the mind and energy?
Where is this gonna go?
What is non-physical if mind and energy are physical?
I feel bemused, confused,
Okay.
and humbled somehow by just not having any idea what he's saying.
Let's see what's physical about these things.
I don't know.
They are physical existence. Physical body is very gross, mental body is subtler, energy body is even subtler, but all these 3 are physical. It's just like the light bulb is physical, you can see that. The electricity behind also is physical, isn't it? The wire that connects is also physical, the electrons that flow through the wire also are physical existence. So similarly, physical body, mental body, pranic body, all are physical dimensions of life.
Wow.
Okay, so is he saying that there are things going on with those the mental body and the energy body that affect the physical realm?
I think so. I think he's saying that they're on the same plane.
Whoa, what are the other 2?
Yeah, which I guess, I mean, I think it makes sense. Like, when you're, obviously your mental and physical body are always interacting all the time. And the energy body seems to be the thing that's powering those 2.
Yeah. I guess it's just another one of those cases with Sadhguru of he's using different terms to describe these things. That once he explains how he's using the terms, it'll make a lot more sense to you.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that it's gonna go in the direction of these physical things clearly don't move on when you die. So what might move on?
Okay.
So Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha means it's the bliss body. There is a bliss body inside which is 100% non-physical. It has no form of its own. Only if the energy body, the mental body and the physical body are in shape, it can hold the bliss body in shape. If these things are taken away, the bliss body will just become a part of the cosmos. So whatever you are referring to as Atman or the soul is a fiction actually. In the sense, people are describing a certain limitation of the non-physical as a soul. But the body for the soul is still your karma.
Whoa. I think what he was just saying there is this bliss body
Okay.
that you can hold if the other ones of your bodies are aligned properly.
Yeah.
That then you can be in that state of bliss. And that is what people refer to as soul, is this like thing that we can hold if we're in the correct way, and why people might speak about communicating to their souls or like getting knowledge from their soul that feels like it's from somewhere deeper than the normal things they're connected to. But then he says, but this thing has no actual form. So what you're referring to as a soul is only this held version, an incomplete version of the actual bliss body, which is just everything.
Wow.
So the idea of a soul is really just a part of a whole that can't actually be defined as a part.
So he's also saying that if the other three bodies are out of alignment, do you think that he's saying that someone could be soulless?
Maybe just not touch that thing that we call soul. You know, and maybe feel like that's probably where you get this disconnect to kind of like the magic of life.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because sometimes I've had experiences with other people where you see them connected with the magic of life. And it's almost as if you can touch their essence. But I can only feel that if it seems like they're aligned in that moment.
Okay, so it seems like when that person is in like the best state they could be physically, energetically, and mentally, that is when they're like channeling whatever it is that they really are.
Yeah, I feel like some of the most beautiful moments I've experienced with other people, those are the times where I'm like, whoa, I feel like I can see your essence right now. And it's always such a beautiful thing. It's always it gives me a deep reverence for the person.
So this is what you're referring to as ghosts. Somebody is dead, his karmic structure is still intense because it's not over. Now he needs much more time to find another body, he still exists. And the more intense his karmic structure is, the more visible he becomes, or more experientially available to people. There are innumerable such beings all around you, whether you know it or you don't know it. But most of them you won't feel because their karma is dissipated. They're just waiting for more dissipation before they find another body. But if their karma is very intense, this is why they told you in the tradition, if somebody dies unnaturally, either by accident or suicide or some other way, they will become ghosts. It is not so, everybody becomes. It is just that they're more experienceable. They're more available to your experience because they have more intense karmic structures.
He just said ghosts are real.
And that everyone becomes a ghost.
Mm.
This makes me wonder if Sadhguru ever himself says, I don't know to anything anymore. Because if he feels like, whether this is all something that is true or not, feels like he's understood what happens after death. So that's one of the biggest mysteries, I feel like, in human society. So if I don't know, it just makes me wonder if there's anything that Sadhguru doesn't know.
And how he got to these ideas.
Yeah, how he got to these ideas, because sometimes these videos are tough to really like get where he's at, because you can tell that this is someone talking from experience.
Yeah, it's as if he has interacted with these beings.
Exactly.
And is like, oh, thanks for letting me know like that you are a karmic body still waiting on finding a new body to go into.
That is what it
And
seems
it's
like. That is what it seems like.
And maybe, I mean, it seems as if he's so tapped into these different realms, like an energetic and a mental realm, that it could be that those things appear much more frequently. Maybe that's kind of what like a clairvoyant is someone who's just more attuned to whatever this energetic mental body is rather than just the physical, so they can see something that maybe someone else can't.
Because also, if we're viewing death, which I would wonder what Sadhguru would have to say on this, but I definitely have views of death as something that's not just an end. It's not like you're alive, then you're dead.
Yeah.
There's one or the other. So if you're viewing that as, like, in a lot of ways, death seems like a mystery. But if the more and more you view it as just a flux or a change, it's like maybe that's a mystery that could be solved while you're still in this whatever human form. So it makes me feel like that might be how Sadhguru came to these things. Is that he's not just like pulling this out of nowhere.
It doesn't sound like he's pulling it out of nowhere.
No, it doesn't.
And that's the interesting difference between him and other people I've seen who talk about this type of thing. Is that it will often come off in like a, oh, I know what happens because I talk to ghosts or whatever. And I don't know, he's just talking about it in such like a matter of fact, like,
yeah,
no, this is how it goes.
Well, it's interesting that when he talks, it's just, you don't feel any pride in the way he's talking.
Yeah.
He's not trying to show you how intelligent he is. He's just trying to tell you things as they are, which as they are is just how he's experienced things, which he clearly has a deep experience of life. So it's just, that is where, because there's a lot of times where I'm like skeptical. I'm like, how can you know what happens after death?
Yeah.
But then the way he talks
makes
you trust him.
Yeah.
Like in everything he's saying, because you just feel his intention.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's so interesting. All right, let's see what happens.
If one completes his life and dies peacefully, it's the best way to die, because he need not hang around. Immediately, it goes on. Now, when you walk the spiritual path, the ultimate goal for every spiritual seeker is he wants to break this whole process. Or otherwise, to use an analogy, we can say, what you call as my soul right now is like a bubble. The outer periphery of the bubble is your karmic structure. Inside, there is air. Suppose you blow the bubble, you burst the bubble. Where is the air? Where is your air? There is no such thing as your air, it's become part of everything. So what you call as soul is fictitious.
That was one of the most interesting ways I've heard someone describe the idea of becoming one with everything. Like,
whoa.
So I don't fully understand the concept of karma. If anyone out there can in the YouTube world can describe the idea of karma to us.
Yeah.
In that Sadhguru is talking about, because I don't fully understand the concept. But it's interesting to me that if you fully use up that karma, you find another body faster. Like more immediately, he's saying.
Yeah.
Which to me, I thought like karma was the thing that connects the different people, but so what moves on if it's not the karma? Is it the, because he was saying the karma is the glue. like the glue that holds the physical, mental, and energetic body together. And it also seems like what is the body that he's describing popping? Like was that the energetic body or the karmic body? Because he says that you're trying to disrupt that whole process, which it seemed like the process he was talking about was this karmic process. But I don't know. I'm kind of stumped. But
I'm a little stumped as well.
I want to hear how he finishes out.
Yeah.
So what you call as soul is fictitious, because there is no such thing as your soul and my soul and somebody else's soul. Right now, this unboundedness is contained in the limited karmic structure, so it makes you believe as if this is a separate entity. If you take away the keys which hold the karmic structure, then it just collapses.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is what he's describing, but I had a kid in one of my college classes a couple years ago say something that has totally changed my perception ever since. And it's been something that I've meditated on. He said that his dad used to describe the soul that you have in your body, what we would call a soul, as water inside a cup. And so the cup is your body, is like who you are, your physical body. And he said, my dad used to say that when you die, the cup dissolves and the water just flows out freely. Or say the cup's filled with air. It's just like the cup dissolves when you die, and then your soul is just does a really similar thing to what your actual physical body does. Like just releases, decomposes and just becomes all
part of it all.
Yeah, part of it all.
It would make sense in a lot of ways if Trippy thought just like physical nature acted in a very similar way to these other somehow produced by nature fields, like an energetic karmic field, whatever you're referring to.
Yeah.
Could very well be that atoms move in a similar way.
That's cool. I like that thought.
Yeah.
Something to meditate on at least.
Yeah.
It's
just some stuff.
Just a cool one to think about.
I feel like this whole episode has just been some cool stuff to think about.
Yeah.
So, this afterlife, next birth, don't believe all this nonsense. But right now, if you sit here and just close your eyes, you can clearly see more than this body you are, isn't it?
A stumpy one.
Definitely a stuff. Like,
I like it. It's different look.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times when he talks about more conceptual ideas,
yep,
it's like he's just so clear when he's talking about physical, your experience.
Yeah.
And he speaks with the same clarity when it comes to these other things. But then you got some people like us,
I think it's less relatability,
who haven't seen into those things at all. So it's like, whoa.
Where are you coming from? Yeah.
I am very curious as to if anyone who is viewing this has any experience with these things and could explain, especially the idea of karma.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it like, because he's saying this karmic body is this like limited thing that's being held in your body right now.
Yeah.
I'm just not fully comprehending that concept.
And like, why are we trying to break free of it? So interesting.
Yeah, and like what is the thing that karma is holding? And what is the thing that is let go?
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know.
We need help.
This is plain and simple.
But thanks for viewing. Thank you again for sending this video. It was a very interesting one to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely got us thinking about a lot of cool things.
Oh, yeah.
And
what else is there to say?
much love.
Much love.
And all the best.